Reunion. Hello, y'all. I was selling crack on a private jet up in the hell and back. But no confusion, this a reunion. Hello, y'all. Welcome back. Get murder here. He counting money. He said, "Can man the hell with rap." I'm only here to shit on niggas and piss on bitches. Welcome, ass. I bought jewelry and bikes, nigga. Black Benzes and white Vigors. Now I'm out here and I'm looking for more chandeliers and light fixtures. Nah. I don't like niggas, what's wrong with me? I'm a hype nigga, but this 44 turn to Michael Jordan. I look and say, take flight, nigga.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They'll also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Mase and Cam.
What's up,
Killer
man?
was good,
What's
man.
good, bro? How you, man?
Good, man.
What's up, man? It's good
Really
to see,
good.
man. I went to Bronny Pro Day yesterday, man.
You did?
Yeah, I pulled up on it, man.
How did it go?
Look good. Look good, man. Look pretty good.
Good as in... Paul.
Nah, he did good, but you know what I realized with Pro Day, and not just to Bronny, anybody, I'm talking about Pro Day, the combine for football.
Mm-hmm.
It matters when them other players out there to me. You know, you can see nigga killing the drills, pause. But it's like if you're boxing, you just in that ring and the heavy, not in the ring, you in the gym and the heavy bag don't punch back. You could be killing the heavy bag.
Yeah.
So, but he looked good as far as his pro day was concerned, man. Rich told me to tell you what's up. He said he wanted to know exactly why you was wearing sun on your album cover. I don't know what it was. He said he coming in here with both our album covers. I forget what it was. He said you had the peace line up.
He said, "Was that Puffs out there?" Yeah, I remember.
He said he had the. He reminded me today. He said he coming in here with both our first album covers. So that nigga's a comedian, but yeah, it was a good day.
Okay, so let's get into game one. The Timberwolves lost to the Mavs 108-105. Seeing that game, how do you guys think the series is gonna go? And what did you think of the Timberwolves' loss after the things Ant-Man has been saying?
Stat, you're gaslighting us.
I'm
The
not
way you
doing
ask
that.
your questions are very gaslit.
How so?
Like
does it sound like?
You asked us, where's the series going? Because you know it's going to change from game to game. And you asking it just to put Cam in a bad situation.
I don't think so. I think some people might have felt like it set the tone and some people don't.
Well, put me in a bad situation.
He said you're a bad situation, not anybody, but I wouldn't do that.
You know that he didn't know you was gaslighting him, but I now know you gaslighting.
You feel like the tone of how I said it sounds like I'm gaslighting?
Try to gaslight me on CNN, man. I can't be gaslit, man. I'm aluminum foil. I'm an ashtray. I can't be gaslit, man. It's electric, man. It's electric, man. You ain't gaslight me, man.
Yeah, I mean, well, shout out to PT. PT said they was gonna win, and he wanted me to give him a shout out. There you go, PT. Shout out to PT. PT said they was gonna win, but I told him that I don't put nobody above Kyrie. This is why. It's like he gets up for these games that comes down to guys who's supposed to be like that. It's like he take that game extra personal. And when you got Luca getting 33 and Kyrie getting 30, they're not gonna lose if they're playing that good. And this guy PJ Watson shows you Washington shows the difference of what one player can do on a team. Like he's not the star of the team, but he's actually the perfect fit for that unit. And that's really good, especially in Derek Wild. What's his name?
Lively. Yeah.
What's his first name?
Derek.
Yeah, Derek Lively. They got some good key players.
shout out to Sham. I just spoke to Sham too. Sham called me up with the whole executive staff from the Mavericks. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all showing me love. I said, they've been watching me lately. I'm on fire out here. They said, man. I said, that's what
you do.
It's electric.
It's electric.
It's electric. It's electric. Yeah. But yeah, big shout out to them on that game 1 win. After the game was over, Kyrie went up to the podium of the TNT staff. You know, Kenny, Charles, Shaq, Ernie, and the guys, and Charles asked him, when Anthony Edwards brought your name up, did you take it personal? Because when he said your name the first time, I said, excuse me? And he said, yeah, Kyrie's my next assignment. We're going to see. Do you take it personal? Because I was thinking you could have just been home chilling, not bothering nobody. And he called out your name. Kyrie had the face like, I used it for motivation. I ain't going to say I took it personal, but that was really saying, AKA, yeah, I took it personal.
Yeah.
In other words, yo, I don't know why you would call me out. I don't get it. Like, I'm not the one to be called out. If you want to call somebody else, call somebody. With the handle package pause he got, well, call me out. And he shot over 50% from the field. Luca shot right under 30, even though the Mavs as a team shot 24% from 3, which was atrocious. They did shoot 95% from the free throw line. So it was a great game. You know, niggas was calling me talking about, yeah, should Ant-Man eat his words now? Should he watch what he say? And I'm like, no, I like that. I like all that. Like, he should watch. Yo, first of all, it's a long series, or it could be a long series. Secondly, this ain't the time to stop talking.
Yeah.
This is only time to talk more. I like Muhammad Ali and them niggas murder. I told niggas,
Roy
man.
Jones all that kind
Prince
of talk.
Nassim and them niggas, man. I ain't really with the niggas on Kumbaya before.
Larry Bird. This the nigga you got guard me?
Yeah,
This your man?
Yeah, I like all that.
Yeah.
I ain't with niggas that, yo, you should show respect. Nah. And then, nigga, okay, we talking about sin. He said, didn't you have respect for somebody you play? I said, no. Yeah. I didn't have respect for one nigga I played against, not one. I made new what I had to deal with. Talking about, oh, this nigga's nice, but respect them. How you even go out on the court and be like, nah, I gotta show respect.
Yeah.
I don't even want to hear nobody on my team say that. Yo, why you ain't guard him? I'm just showing some respect. Nah, I ain't jacking that, bro. So I thought when Kyrie answered the question, he was like, he answered it modestly, but you could tell by his facial expressions exactly how he felt when niggas said his name. Carl Anthony Towns didn't have a great game. Anthony Edwards didn't have a good game. They all played mediocre. And the one thing I will say, no matter what, they still only lost by 3 points. And Dallas won an 8-0 run towards the end of the game, which they were already winning. So when you guys aren't playing that good and you still only lose by 3, I wouldn't take this as a moral victory, but it's something to look forward to, saying, hey, man, if we would have made an adjustment here or didn't make this mistake or this turnover, we would have thought about it. It's something to build on. Will it work for the next game? We'll have to wait and see, because they still lost at home. It isn't even like they was on the road. So I'm looking forward to the series. It was a good game 1.
Yeah, and I think playing in Dallas is going to be different. Dallas is ready to win another championship. It seemed like that's what they're gearing towards, because when they won the last championship they won, it seemed like that championship came sneaky too. Pause, just to think about it. Nobody really thought they was going to beat Miami, right? And then all of a sudden you're like, where did this dude come from? Where did this little guy come from? And all of a sudden, they're winning the tournament. I mean, they're winning the championship. You got Jason Terry tattooing his arm. They was going crazy. So I think this is like the morale that Dallas is in right now. They're thinking like, if we win this, we could win the championship. Because I think whoever wins this series is going to win the championship. I'm still not sold that Boston is going to win it.
Interesting take. We'll see what happens. Okay, so the Minnesota governor declares Wolves back day and quotes Anthony Edwards in a secret message with his letter having each of the first letters spell out "bring your ass," because that's what Anthony Edwards said to Charles Barkley in a post-game interview. So what do you guys think of that being the Timberwolves' new little unofficial motto?
That's I don't have nothing to say about that. I don't get it, and I'm not trying to figure it out. See, that's what I mean by gaslight right there. Out of all the comments, this is the one you brought up.
This ain't no setup. This is a big discussion right now because he said it.
What do you think about it?
I don't know. It's different. I've never seen, that be an unofficial motto, and I've never really seen a player say that.
What does he mean by it?
He was saying, bring your ass to Minnesota. Because Charles Barkley was like, I haven't been there in over how many years. So that's what Ant-Man told him.
That's different.
Is it Gen Z? Is it Gen Z stuff?
Yeah. That's crazy. You see Cam ain't saying it.
I was waiting for y'all. It ain't nothing. Pause. Like, I don't like using slogans that you can't use everywhere. You can't use that in jail. You got it. That's something you tell a little kid when they not listening and you're trying to leave. I'm not mad at it if that's what they want to run with. Pause, but I don't know, who's going to be saying that like that? White people say it.
Yeah, it's a weird saying. Stat, what would you do if a guy said that to you? Is that borderline like, we got to watch our words these days?
I wouldn't really be upset.
Oh, all right. So next time you're running late.
Okay, not you. No, not you. I'll make sure I'm not late.
I can imagine your face if I would have texted that. Talking about you wouldn't be mad at
it. What?
What?
Okay, fair point. Ready for the next one, y'all?
Yeah.
Okay, so a family alleges LaMelo Ball drove over her son's foot with his car and is now trying to sue LaMelo and the team. So she said her son went up to LaMelo and was like, LaMelo, I love you. Sign me. Give me your autograph. Can you sign it for me? And she said she saw her son go down and thought maybe he dropped something. Come to find out, he didn't drop anything. And she says LaMelo Ball drove over his foot, breaking it. There's like pictures of just him in crutches and stuff. So after hearing that story, what do you guys think of the situation just in general?
First, I got to know how old the boy was because, this is in the day and age, somebody run up to your car. It depends on how tall was the kid. How tall was he? Not that he should have ran over his foot, but I'm trying to get context to the story.
Yeah, so the boy was 11 years old. How tall he was, I don't know, but...
Yeah, because I know for me, if somebody's running up to my car, I've been in a lot of crazy situations, Paul, so somebody running up to my car, I'm out. But I don't think if the kid was little, he should have done that. But if the kid was taller, you get what I'm saying?
But if he's 11 years old and this is based off of the mother story. Obviously, I was not there. If he's 11 and he's saying sign,
if he's saying sign that's kind of weird. That he ran over his foot. Like,
that's what she said.
Do you think he was just trying to get away? Like, didn't want to sign anything, or do you think he maliciously ran over?
I do not think LaMelo would maliciously run over a child's foot. Like,
so
ever.
It was a bad idea that went worse, right?
Yes,
that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
like he was trying to get out of there, and then ran over the kid's foot. And what do you do when your idol hurts you? Pause. That's crazy. Like the guy you looked up to, because if he ran up for an autograph, he's probably a super fan. It's LaMelo Ball, especially if it's in Charlotte, is where he, he hope he may play one day. And then this is like really scarring. So I hope I hope they settle out. I don't think it should be stressed out and, put all in the media like this, but because it is something that probably was just a freak accident that he was just trying to get out of there and he ran over his foot. LaMelo is like one of my favorite players out of the young guys, so I definitely don't think he meant any harm by it. But when you get older, it's not about what you meant. It's not about your intent. It's about what actually happened. And that should be a rule for people that people need to know that. When you're young, you can say, I ain't mean to do it. When you get older, it doesn't matter what you meant to do. You did it.
Actually a very, very good point. And Cam?
No, Mase ran his foot. So he ain't put his foot there on purpose. He trying to catch a lawsuit. Then when the lawsuit comes, you like, I knew this foot might not have been broken. If they only got pictures of him on crutches, why they ain't recorded the scene? Like, yo, that's LaMelo. Somebody should have that on tape.
Yeah.
At the scene.
So what you're saying is you don't think he ran over his foot?
I'm not saying that he didn't because I don't want to accuse an 11-year-old of lying. And LaMelo Ball didn't say he didn't run over his foot. So it isn't like it's a lie at this point.
The boy probably ain't saying he ran over his foot. It's the mom.
Yeah, it's on behalf of the mom.
The mom trying to...
Yeah, but at the end of the day, that means... And listen, the mother's doing what I don't know the race, but a black or brown mom would do. We going to the hospital. And your shit was hurting. MRI. Yeah. Because the whole thing is, it might have been, he almost ran over my foot. You said he ran over your foot.
He did run over your foot. Look at your sneakers. He ran over your foot.
That's the problem.
You can't feel it right now.
Yeah. You love him.
Your adrenaline, Paul.
Yeah. You love him this much that you can't admit when he ran over your foot. Get your ass. Bring your ass. Bring your ass. We going to the hospital. Because I don't understand, and I'm not saying it isn't footage, but, if he was running up to LaMelo, I'm pretty sure it should have been there's cameras everywhere. So I don't want to say he's not telling the truth, but, it should be more information to this story. I don't know how long it'll last, but maybe like Mase said, the smartest thing, whether he did or didn't, is to settle out.
Yeah.
You don't want to drag this out.
How much money they looking for?
$25,000.
Oh.
That's not a lot at all.
He ran over his foot.
Yeah, because now
he ran over that foot, it'd be $200K.
First of all, I'm going for $7 million because I was a dancer. My passion was to dance. That's all this boy wanted to do, his mother. All he wanted to do was dance. $25,000, that means they super broke. Somebody in the house ain't giving them the right information.
Yeah, they got the wrong information.
Because you go for $5 million, you settle out for $200, $250. Yeah. We'll get $250. We ain't even do nothing wrong, but $25, nigga,
that's a PR nightmare for the Charlotte Bobcats. Hornets, yeah.
But at the end of the day, they trying to sue the team and him and only get 25. Get this over with. Yeah. Word. Get it over with.
The right lawyer.
Yeah. Tell him y'all.
Lawyer said, whoa.
Yeah.
Who told you 25?
Yeah.
25 ain't even my commission.
Exactly. That's a fact. A fact. So
this happened. Where did this happen at? On the ground?
This shit might.
Of the Charlotte Hornets?
Shit might be over with by now because the 25,000, I would have sent that ASAP.
Hey, well, we'll see
what kind of car he was in. All that. They're going to go through all of that.
Yeah.
Well, even though we joke up here, hope the child is okay. Hope LaMelo figures it out.
Yeah, the child is okay. The child is okay.
Okay. According to Mase, the child is okay.
Yeah, they already said, he already saying 25. 25 mean he's okay. If he was really hurt, he'd be asking for way more money than that. I think even for a broke foot is worth more than 25. Get a boy more than 25, man. Come on, man. You ran over the boy's foot.
New Mase is wild.
He said he wanted 25. I gave him 25.
Say, yo, old Mase be like, I I just gonna have to go on the run. I don't see.
1250.
Yeah, I see. Tell them I got 3,200 in my pocket.
And then moving along, the All-NBA first team was announced with Giannis, Luca, SGA, Jokic, and Jason Tatum. After hearing that list, what do you guys think of the players selected?
Giannis,
Luca,
Luca,
SGA,
SGA.
Jokic, Jason Tatum.
That's decent. I wouldn't argue with that. Yeah, I mean, it's good for now. It's good for now. I thought Ant-Man should be in that list, but
He's
on second. Yeah.
read that list again. Ant-Man should be in that first list.
Giannis, Luca, SGA, Jokic, Jason Tatum. Ant-Man is on the second team.
I'm not going to hate on St. Louis because St. Louis been in my DMs crazy. Pause. They're like, yo, you hating on Bradley Beal. Now you hating on Tatum. Like, yo, Mase, what's good with you in St. Louis, man? I forgot they was all from St. Louis. I was just giving my honest commentary. But when it comes to Ant-Man, I can't think of somebody that should be off of there, but it just seemed like he should be on there.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm more intrigued with the second and third list. I'm not mad at the first list. And I'm not mad at the second list. It's the third team that I want to talk about. Second team, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, and Kawhi Leonard. How you feel about Jalen Brunson making second team?
I think that's cool. I'm not sure about Kawhi being on that list.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that as well.
I know he's done great things for the NBA, Toronto, and all of that. But nah, champ. The GOAT should be on that. If anybody from the Clippers, the GOAT should be on there.
Yeah, and I don't even know if anybody from the Clippers
should be on the second team.
Be on it. Yep. So
yeah,
that's second team: Jalen Brunson, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, and Kawhi Leonard. Then third team: Devin Booker, Stephen Curry, Tyrese Halliburton, LeBron James, and Sabonis. What do you think about that list?
I know they don't like that. Pause. I know LeBron doesn't like that being on third team. I know Stephen Curry doesn't like being on third team. And other people are probably happy they're on there. I'm on there with LeBron and Steph.
Tyrese Halliburton. Yeah, he definitely like, we in the same class, nigga.
I'm on the same level.
Yeah. I don't like Devin Booker on this list.
Halliburton. What about Maxey?
Yeah, I'm not mad at Maxey.
Maxey should have been on that third list.
Yeah, I'm not Devin Booker. I didn't watch the Suns.
He was getting busy all year.
He was okay.
That's why I said Maxey should be there over Halliburton, because there was some games that Halliburton just got missing. I mean, I know he turned up in New York, but I remember a few games. Remember we was talking about the tournament, and he went out there in the tournament and he did Dame time, and then the next time they played somebody and they just completely vanished.
Yeah,
was that LeBron them, right? Yeah,
but he was hurt after the tournament for a while, but they didn't want to talk about it. And while you're out there, you're out there. But that's what they were talking about. And they saying he started getting more healthy towards the playoffs. So that's why they saying you're seeing a different Halliburton in between the play-in and the playoffs.
Do you think he played better than Tyrese Maxey? Philadelphia? Maxey been getting crazy the whole season.
So good. I wouldn't argue if you put Maxey there. I'm not gonna argue put him there either, but I get your point. I'm not mad at either one of those. I just think that Maxey would have probably been there, and Joel Embiid if they had their full team. Maxey, the reason why I would put Maxey there, because even though they didn't make the playoffs initially, he held them at least in them top 8 seeds to get to the playoffs, to get Joel Embiid back even to play. So if you put him in Tyrese Halliburton's spot, I wouldn't be mad at either.
Yeah, because at one point Maxey was playing equivalent with Jalen Brunson. So He's probably at home with Ball voice. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's a
What
couple.
did he do? I didn't do.
Right.
So there's a couple things to note. So LeBron James is now the youngest and the oldest player to make an all NBA team. But I want to get you guys' reactions to two of like the major comments that I'm seeing around the list. So one, people feel like for the first team, Jalen Brunson got robbed and it should have been him over Jason Tatum. Do you guys agree or disagree?
What?
I'm reading comments.
That must have
What
been
the
some
people are saying.
New York. Somebody from New York wrote that comment. Tell me their name. I'm gonna look them up on Instagram right now.
This is Twitter. Twitter is where everybody.
Oh yeah,
chat.
Twitter, they go crazy.
Santo.
Yeah, Santo, he from the Bronx. Watch what you say. Tread
Yeah, his
lightly.
bio's New York.
Yeah, he from New York. Santo, I heard it. But yeah, he should have been first team. No, he should. I don't even have him over Anthony Edwards. I remember Killer asked me that. Who would you take, Jalen Brunson or Anthony Edwards? And we both said Anthony Edwards. So, and that all played out to be true even moving forward.
Yeah, I think when it comes to Jalen Brunson and the New York Knicks
He had an
fans,
amazing year, though.
yeah, he had a tremendous year, a really, really tremendous year. And we're so captivated, all of us included, with scoring and the amount of points he was putting up back to back to back. I think he tied up Michael Jordan's record for most consecutive 40-point games. And one player, or not tied, he was right behind it. Pardon me, because somebody like, it isn't tied. I know he had five, and I think he was right behind Mike, I think. Pause. Either way, tremendous year. Really, really tremendous year. But we ought to realize that he had to do that to win. And that's what it took for them to win. You got so many players injured on the Knicks. I'm not saying he can't do it with Julius Randle there or other players there. It's just that his shot amount of shots he gets is going to be less because Randle's going to need his shots. And DiVincenzo's going to need some shots next year. And I'm not saying he can't do it, but he's going to distribute the ball more. But when he was scoring them points, he needed to score them points for the Knicks to win. And everybody gets so caught up. Like, Ant-Man ain't have 45 times. Or what's your man, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander? This is New York fans. He ain't have 17 times like so-and-so. And I'm like, bro, they have a little better team than the Knicks because y'all are depleted and y'all are hurt. So they get so caught up with the numbers and not paying to Jason Tatum. He had a great team. He has a great team. Nobody from the Boston Celtics was even chosen in the final race for MVP because the team is too good. You couldn't really single out one person who dominated all year. Whether it's Jaylen Brown, whether some days is Jason Tatum, which we know are the top two players, but Al Horford stepped up. Derek White had an amazing year. And they have a complete team. They don't win, I don't know what the fuck is going on. It might be a black cat up there in Boston as well. But to say take Jason Tatum out, no, nobody was even close to the Boston Celtics when it came to their record at the end of the season. So I totally disagree.
Okay. And then the other argument is that there's only one American listed on the All-NBA first team. So how do you guys feel about that?
There's only one American.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum.
Where's Brunson? Oh, from
the first team.
First team. Yeah, we knew that already, though. We knew that already. I wouldn't be surprised if next year it's no Americans. Because you got to think next year they'll be adding Wemby. So it might not be any Americans. Think of that for a moment. Because we can all see Wemby being added to that list. The way Ball put it, this is the direction they're going. So if they already had him up for defensive player of the year, now he's all first team rookie. Next year, if he does those same numbers and they win half more games than they did last time, if they win half of the season, then I could really see them trying to vote for him as MVP.
Not mad at that assessment. I think Ant-Man, I have something to say about that, though. as well.
Yeah, he will.
And then last stat that I think is interesting. So at 25, Luca was named to his 5th All-NBA first team selection. This is more than Steph Curry, Dirk Nowitzki, Kevin Garnett, and Moses Malone. What do you guys think about that stat?
Where you get Moses Malone from, though?
That's the list, y'all.
Oh, my goodness. That's what I mean by gaslighting.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You throw people in there that you know people care about so they can say something crazy so they can feel offended. Is that called gaslighting?
No, I wouldn't consider that gaslighting.
What do you consider it?
Gaslighting, like making somebody feel as if what they're doing is like not okay, I guess. I'm not gaslighting you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just reading names and getting you guys' thoughts.
All right, so Moses Malone.
Steph Curry, Dirk Nowitzki, and Kevin Garnett. He has more All-NBA first.
That's great company. That's great company. And especially when you talk about being over these people and being able to pass them up, it says saying a lot. That means he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. That's what it says to me.
Pardon me. Outside of Dirk Nowitzki, I don't know what year. How old was Dirk Nowitzki when he got to the NBA? For me, what we did say is everybody that I'll name, and I don't know how old Dirk Nowitzki was. Everybody that we named on the list went to college.
20.
He was 20.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to say. He had more time than everybody else outside of Dirk, but everybody went to college on that list. You didn't say LeBron James. You didn't say Kobe Bryant because them niggas came out of high school and they had more time to make the All-Star game. So the players that you named spent time in college as to when Luca came to the NBA the day he was available to come to the NBA at 19 years old. So that's what I'll have to say. That's why you had to go so far back to Moses Malone because you're not. No. I'm just saying because not you. I'm just saying because if you name niggas like that, like who like that, they came from high school until they changed the rule. Luca didn't have to go to college.
Okay. Let us know you guys' thoughts on the list. We're going to go to break. When we return, we will discuss the Ringer's top 25 list of players under 25. Don't go anywhere.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free.
Welcome back. Now let's get into our Underdog Fantasy picks of the day. So we know the Celtics will play the Pacers. Underdog Fantasy has Jason Tatum at 8 first quarter points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Lower.
Lower.
Okay, Jaylen Brown is at 7 rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower, Cam?
Lower.
Yeah, lower.
Okay, and Halliburton is at 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Points, rebounds, and assists. Higher.
How many?
32.5.
Higher.
Okay. Download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. So the Ringer released their list of the top 25 best players in the NBA, age 25 and under. I'm going to name the top 10. So 1 is Wemby, 2 Anthony Edwards, 3 SGA, 4 Luca, 5 Tyrese Halliburton, 6 Tyrese Maxey, 7 Chet, 8 Jalen Williams, 9 Paulo Banchero, and then 10 is tied with Zion and Ja Morant. Do you guys see any issue with the list or does it seem pretty solid to you?
This list is disrespectful, yo. There's no way you got Ja at number 10. Like, for real. Like, I don't understand. Who makes these lists up? Yo, y'all gotta ask the expert. If y'all gonna be making lists, You got to check in with me, check in with Killer, because this list is crazy, man. I can only imagine if this was a coach putting this team up and said this was the team. You're like, yo, bro, how does must-see TV end up number 10? Ja Morant is tied with Zion? No, Zion is after Ja Morant. Do you at least agree with that, Killer?
Yes.
Yeah, this nigga Zion is not better than Ja right now.
I think we live, and not to cut you off, I want you to finish what you're saying. Live in a short attention span. It's like niggas not have, in niggas' brain, they ain't seen Ja since Ozark came on last time. They haven't seen him in a long time. So
yeah, Ja, come on, Ja. You gotta come back and kill these niggas, Ja. For real. They got you number 10 playing with your name. Got you behind Jalen Williams. It's people you shouldn't be behind. Even I know Tyrese Maxey had a great year. Tyrese Maxey nor Tyrese Halliburton want any smoke with Ja. Ja name should have been number 5 right after Alexander. And Alexander should have been after Luca. And Luca should be after Wemby, and Wemby should be after Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards should be at the top of this list. I don't know. They need to do this list over. Yo, I got to call them tomorrow. Who got a number on the people from the Ringer? I need to talk with them. This is crazy.
So, in summary, right, you think Ant-Man should be first. You think that Ja should be around number 5, Maxey, Jalen Williams, JDub, you put them all under him, under Ja Morant, and then you think Zion is good at number 10.
Yeah, let me ask you this, Killer, and let me ask you, Stat, as well. Do you think the year you've seen, you're ready to say that Maxey is better than Ja Morant? Just yes or no. I don't need no explanation. Either yes or no. What do you think, Stat?
Tyrese Maxey is not better than Ja Morant, but given the season that he had, that's what I'm sure the list that they're going off of.
Okay. All right. You, Killer?
I don't think that he's better than them, but they definitely more durable. If you're not available, then you're not available. This is the 3rd year in a row that, and I know they was eliminated from the playoffs, but he's hurt when the playoffs come. And we seen what happened when Jordan Poole grabbed his knee. It was fucked up. And then he's hurt again. And now this year he got hurt before the playoffs. And, you know, he gets in trouble. So you don't see him. And then you're like, well, these niggas ain't bad to be watching. You know what I'm saying? They all right.
Cam moved on to new hotness, Ja.
No.
Make sure you kill Maxey for Cam. Kill him for Cam. If you make sure you throw extra dunk on Maxey for Killer.
I never said that. I just said I started off everything I said with Ja Morant's a better player than them. But if he's not available, he's not available. So I started off that he's a better player. I want to watch Ja Morant probably second after Kyrie Irving and especially in terms of entertainment. Like you just say, he's definitely must-see TV. Absolutely. I'm not mad at the order that you had said either. I would put Ant-Man 1. Let me look at this. I would have
Ant-Man you can't 1. Have Ja down there with niggas like Scotty Barnes and Cade Cunningham. Come on.
Yeah, I would definitely have him.
And Scotty Barnes is dead nice, but I'm saying you don't put Ja.
I may, matter of fact, I may have Luca number 1 and Anthony Edwards too. And then and then I'll put Shea 3. And then I might put Ja 4. I might put Ja 4.
That's the killer I know. You back, Killer.
I never left, Murder. You don't want title 10. You're on the move with title 10.
You back now, nigga. You back.
You on the move with title 10. But it's a lot of people that's really good on this list that you know, even Jalen Green, Trae Young is on this list. They're not in the top 10. It's a lot of good. It looks it looks bright for the NBA. I'll say that.
Yeah, no disrespect to Scotty Barnes. I really like him as a player. What I did look at this list and say, Chet is starting to really make a name for himself. Like one of those players. I think he's going to be really one of those players.
No further comment? Okay. Yeah, and I don't know. The list, I'm a little back and forth. Wemby being number 1, so you guys both disagree with him being at 1.
Yeah, this is what Ball was talking about. Like, any list they come up with, they're trying their best in anything. It's starting to be obvious, y'all. Any list they come up with, Wemby is somewhere in there. That would be a good skit. All you Instagram comedians, make the Wemby skit. It wouldn't matter if it was blocks, if it's most minutes played. Somehow they trying to put Wemby on that award.
I gotta agree with that because Wemby is at the top of every list, and then even just looking at the rest of it, I mean,
yeah.
Even like to me, like Tyrese Maxey and Paulo both definitely proved themselves this season, so I think that they do deserve a higher slot. But my last person that I am gonna ask you about is Jalen Williams, JDub, OKC, him being at 8. Are you guys okay with his position there, or you think that he should be higher or lower?
I think Jalen Williams did his thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's interesting. But I don't think he's better than Ben Carroll.
I actually agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is really a political list, and I don't like looking at lists, and even a lady can look at it and say, you know what? This is not that
it's okay.
Your take doesn't matter.
Okay.
Not that you wasn't journalist of the year.
It's
okay. Let me take that back.
I'm cool. I promise I'm not offended.
Let me take that back in real time. But when everybody can see that this is off, that's what I really meant to say. When everybody can see that this is off, this is bad journalism. It looks too biased. We can tell.
You said what you meant to say originally. This is go back to the kicker from yesterday.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that.
I felt that too.
I felt that too.
Yeah. It's from the kicker yesterday.
Yeah,
I told you I know this nigga for real. He fighting it with himself. He only fighting himself every day. Watch what you say, Murder. You're Mason. You don't even realize it, nigga said even the woman, man.
Yeah,
because I mean, even when they can see it, it's bad because
he didn't double back down on what
I meant it. I meant it in a different way, though. I'm using the wrong words, but.
Yeah. But what's so funny, I have to say this, what's so funny is when you're about to say something, I already know because you be like, it's like a long pause and you be smiling, like looking at what I'm going to say. And I'm like, I already know what you're going to say. You don't have to tell me what you're going to say because I already know what you're about to say. And it's okay.
I think it's obvious that they made a bad list. You know?
I'm not mad at him on this list. He averaged 19 points, 4.5 rebounds, 4 assists on the number 1 team in the West. Nobody had Oklahoma City coming in on the number 1 team in the West. And as much as we love Shea, nobody could do it alone. Michael Jordan can't do it alone. Kobe Bryant can't do it alone. Shaquille O'Neal can't do it alone. And we have yet to see anybody do this alone. So if he's second fiddle, I don't want to use the word not like that trying to play you, my nigga, but if you're the second go-to on a team that's number 1 in the West, averaging close to 20 points, I'm not mad at him for making this list. As tough as the West is.
Who are you talking about?
You're talking about James for OKC. You said that you didn't think he should make the list. I was saying I'm not mad at him being in the top 10 list because he's the second go-to. He's averaging nearly 20 points. And not only that, he's shooting 54% from the field. So over 50% on the number 1 team in the West. As much as I was saying, as we thought Golden State may make a run, the Lakers may make a run, the Suns may make a run, Denver's in the West. We was looking forward to seeing what Sacramento may come back and do. I don't think anybody at the beginning of the season outside of Vegas may have fucking known or people, the faithful in Oklahoma City, may have known that they were coming in number one in the West, but I had absolutely no idea whatsoever. So I'm not mad at him making that list if we're going off this year.
And then last question. I promise I'm not asking this because I am a Heat fan. It is in discussions. This is why I'm asking. A player that did not make the top 25 list of players under 25 is Tyler Herro. Do you guys feel like he should be on the list or not? He's not in the top 25 in your opinion.
That's a good question. Looking at this list, he could be in this list, but I'm not mad that he's not. Because I'm looking at the only person I could think he would get the spot of is 25, Jabari Smith. Other than that, there's nobody on here. Jared Jackson, nope. LaMelo Ball, nope. Jalen Green, definitely not. Desmond Bane, nope. Brandon Miller, nope. It's probably 2 spots. I see 2 spots that he could possibly be in there. And that would be an argument. And this is why, like what Killer said, the best ability is availability. And him not being available hurts his chances. So now I kind of see that when we were saying about Ja in hindsight. But if you're talking talent, he could be in there.
You know, it's basically, even like what we were saying, this list really depends on if we're talking about overall their career up until now, or we're talking about this year. So if we're talking about this year, Josh shouldn't be on the list. If we're talking about this year, maybe Tyler should be on, maybe he shouldn't, but he was hurt the previous year, hurt Miami's chances of going, and then the Heat didn't have the best year that they could have this year that just passed, so he wasn't talked about that much. And then you go on the back of a milk carton because we're not in Miami covering you. We're just covering what's the best teams. And not saying the best, but we're covering everything top to bottom, pause, and in between. But if you're not a topic to talk about, then we're going to say, should he make this list? Yeah. You know, that's the question. So I can't answer, should he make this list or not, because even me scrolling, going through the list briefly, I will have to go through everybody, because there's players down there at 18, 19 that you be like, damn, this nigga is nice. This nigga is good. The list is not a bad list. I just don't like the order of the list. But the players they have in there are really good. Should Tyler Herro be in there or not? I can't answer that question because I didn't pay that much attention to him this year.
Okay. And then there is a tweet circulating talking.
He did average 20 points though.
44%
44% from the field, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. So number-wise, it wasn't bad, but did it make the Heat better?
Yeah. And he just turned 24 in January. So I don't know. Let us know what you guys think about it in the comments.
Pat Riley told him, nigga, you always hurt, nigga.
Yeah.
Pat Riley said, stop playing with niggas, man. You get on the court, maybe you might make the list. Pat Riley went off on niggas, so if Pat Riley got a problem with him, I got a problem with him.
Fair. Okay, so there was another tweet circulating around talking about NBA nicknames back then versus today. So talking about how Dwayne Wade was the Flash, Kobe Bryant was Mamba, and Paul Pierce was the Truth. But nowadays, the nicknames are just Anthony Edwards being Ant, SGA being literally SGA, Kevin Durant being KD. So the question was, where did the creativity go? So what do you guys think about just NBA nicknames, players' marketability, things of that nature?
I think a lot of the creativity, some of it was lost with social media, just people trying to get handles. Pause. So they just start, once they saw CP3 was a dope one. Then after that, everybody just started trying to make their name go with their numbers and stuff like that. I think that had a lot to do with it.
I think that the players with the nicknames back then earned their nickname. And people may not just get that feeling, pause, when they watch these players. When you sit there and watch, look, as much as y'all people, younger players I'm talking about, not players, younger people in general, and see Paul Pierce wilding out with the strippers or drinking or saying some crazy shit from time to time, the man was nice. He wasn't called the Truth for no reason, because they would have took the name away. Like, he wasn't called the truth for nothing. Allen Iverson wasn't called the answer. He wasn't the self-proclaimed Iverson. A lot of times these players wasn't giving their self the nickname. People were earning the nickname that was given to them. You know, like when I played in 55th Murder, I was the All-American. You know, you go to 55th, that's where you really get the nickname too, when you play up there. And you might take it with you wherever you go. But I think nobody's really paying attention to how people are playing. And that's where the nickname goes out the window. Not saying that they're not playing aggressive or dope, but, you know, Kobe ain't just get the name Mamba Paws for nothing, nigga.
Yeah, he was really those names,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Action Jackson.
He had the, actually, nigga said pause murder when you say Action Jackson. It's a quiet pause. Be the niggas on your own.
Be the niggas on your own team.
That was a good catch, though, King. Because that was why Action Jackson.
Yeah,
I was gonna let it
good
go.
catch was wild too.
Yeah,
The pause.
Yeah, that's your man. Why you getting at me? I ain't say nothing, man. I ain't even say nothing. But that's up to the players and the fans and the people. If they want to give players nicknames, cool. If you don't want a nickname, fine. But I don't think any of these nicknames were self-proclaimed.
Yeah, you're right, Killer.
Yeah.
Pause. And Glenn Big Dog Davis. And he got that name from
Big Baby. Yeah.
Yeah, going crazy.
Oh, you talking about Big Dog? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. When he's at Purdue, he's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. To be honest with you, that's kind of a great question because who starts giving niggas nicknames? Because if you try and make up your own nickname and it don't go right, niggas gonna clown you like the GOAT. I'm not dissing the GOAT nickname. I'm dissing when you be saying you play off P and then you don't get to the championship. So niggas be like, what is he talking about, this playoff P, man?
Like,
I'm just
made
telling,
up playoff P.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Paul George. I'm not trying to diss you. Tony Kornheisers and Mike Wilborns and all them of the world be like, where's this playoff P name coming from? So I'm just want you to know you got to live up to that because they on your ass, nigga. Pause.
Like when they said King James, he lived up to it.
Yeah, it matters. It matters.
Yeah.
When you're Air Jordan, you fly like this. Pause. So
Dame Time.
Yeah.
Splash Brothers.
Yeah, all that.
They earned their name.
Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Okay. And then last topic before we wrap. This has just been a very trending topic among just everybody. And now, especially that like LeBron spoke about it, it's just back and forth conversation. So LeBron started speaking about Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA. He said Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things is going to happen for the WNBA. I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. So Charles Barkley decided to take the stage out of his post-game interview and bring up what LeBron said. And he said, you women out there, y'all are petty. LeBron, you are 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty girls. Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all's asses a private charter and all the money and visibility she's bringing into the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes.
Who said that?
Charles Barkley.
Charles, you taking my takes now? What's going on?
Facts. I can't even argue with that. You're right.
Oh my goodness. Got to be more vocal. Pause, man. Niggas is running with the glow. I can't do nothing. What you think, Killer? I said that like a week ago.
You definitely did. You said it more than once.
And it was longer than a week ago. Like, that's why it's it now. I had to bring.
Yeah, you definitely, and you said it more than one time.
That's probably why they canceling the show as a TNT, man. Can't be, what they call us in college?
Plagiarism?
You can't take that man quote like that and do that and not cite him on it, right? Go at least Killer say ball voice, right? Come on, man. Don't be afraid to just throw the expert a little, little credit, man. Pause. Now, I love Charles Barkley, but that was my take. They try to give it to LeBron. They try to give LeBron my credit. Come on. I'm a walk-off Killer. Sure, man, Killer. Call a nigga, tell him what he doing, man.
All right, let me hear real quick. What did LeBron say? And then I want to hear what Charles Barkley
LeBron
said.
said, Caitlin Clark is the reason why a lot of great things are going to happen for the WNBA. I'm rooting for Caitlin because I've been in that seat before. And then Charles Barkley.
All right, let's start right there. That's not your take. Charles Barkley took your take. Now let's hear what Charles Barkley has to say.
Yeah, he said.
Because you haven't been in that seat before.
He said, cut that. Okay. Yeah. Barkley said, you woman out there, y'all petty, man. LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty girls. Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all asses private charters and all the money and visibility she's bringing into the WNBA. Don't be petty like dudes.
So, Mase, LeBron didn't take your take. Charles Barkley did.
Okay.
Yeah, stop trying to throw Ohio in.
Call him up.
Yeah, man.
You was at the pro day.
Yeah, man. Chill out, bro. Niggas continuously say, tell Murder what's up, and this what you do. Continuously.
Tell that nigga Bron I said what's up.
All right, man.
Shout out to King James.
But yeah, as far as what Charles Barkley said, Mase said this already, so I can't, I even hate to say that he said it. But he kind of said that. It ain't verbatim, but it's mad close. It's mad close.
And that's what plagiarism is all about, right? Take your essay and then change a few words.
Yeah, somebody else's work.
You made a high line, he made a high song. Yeah.
You fell out with an artist over there.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Cut the music off.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you had to cut the music off on
it. Yeah, man. Listen, I
like that.
I dig, man. I dig, man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in the comments, let us know if you guys think Mase's take was plagiarized. But that's all the time that we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
What you want, nigga? Everything, nigga, super size. Two big necks. Like when they doing them 2 for $5.